interview, which is about 24, 25 minutes. You can find that on our SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play pages. If you subscribe to 94.3 The Game, our sister station, you could listen to the entire interview where I ask him about some of the things we just said there, where being an athlete's a good thing to hang your hat on, but he doesn't self-identify himself with that. He sees himself as a Zay Jones first, football player second. And that is a very important distinction because self-identifying with sport is such a big problem that exists where athletes are put on this high pedestal. And then when sports inevitably ends at college for 95, 96, 98, maybe 99, I don't know the number, 98, 99% of them, I can promise you, aren't going to play professional sports. They have to have some sort of an identity. And outside of sports, Zay has that, and he takes pride in that identity as a student and just as a person outside of football.
Indeed. So that interview coming up with Josh. We're going to replay that in about 10 minutes from now. I wanted to also mention, too, you still have time to stop by Peden's Grill this morning for breakfast with the chief, the police chief of Greenville. That's this morning from 7 to 9. It's already an hour and 12 minutes into it right now, but you have until 9 o'clock to get by. Come grab breakfast with Chief Holtzman and discuss your community. Of course, the cheese, biscuits, and coffee on the police department. So stop by and see them this morning and build a relationship with your police chief here, Greenville Police Chief Mark Holtzman, there at Peden's Grill. You can stop by and have breakfast with him. Take full advantage of that. I want to mention, too, guys, guess who has expressed interest in one of Donald Trump's administration positions?
Who's that? I know.
I'm sure you do know, Matt. Put your hand down. Just wait a minute. It's someone that was on the scene.
I know.
On the scene a few years back.
I know.
Okay, Matt, who is it?
Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin.
Matt, you're such a great
Sarah
teammate.
Palin.
Well, what can I say?
Sarah Palin has been in touch with the Trump transition officials about a role with the incoming administration. This is according to sources who are close to the former Alaska governor. There's no confirmation what specific position she might be interested in. Her son-in-law has dropped a hint. So there you go. Governor Palin. Oh, you betcha.
I could see Russia from my house.
You betcha. Who? You know, I didn't think about, and I haven't thought about Sarah Palin in a few months, but I'm not surprised by this. She was among the early voices for Trump, and she notably endorsed him instead of her ally, Ted Cruz.
So just think about this.
Who courted her support. So, this is not shocking.
All we need is Hillary to get back into the news so that we can have on Saturday Night Live Alec Baldwin as Donald Trump.
That's true.
Kate McKinnon as Hillary Clinton. And now we can return Tina Fey as Sarah Palin.
They may pick this up and run with it. You're right. They may pick this up and run with it. No doubt about that.
What's today?
Today's Thursday.
Yeah.
They got some time. They might
got
be
some
able
time.
to get together by Saturday night.
I always love looking at like how people's processes. If you haven't already, I think James Miller's book on SNL is very good. Or just looking at some of these think pieces that people have written about, kind of going behind the scenes of following how they do it, where Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is just insane as a writer, where they're not spending time right now at 8:15 in the morning, but like from 5 o'clock p.m. to like 3 a.m., just putting together skits and bouncing things off the wall so that when the celebrity guest comes in, they have ideas and then they try to see what works. It's an incredible process to get that show on the air.
I can only imagine. 16 past the hour. Here, I want to remind you that Children's World Learning Center on Johns Hopkins Drive, just down the street from Vidant, is truly a hidden gem. The structure itself is amazing, but you've got to see what's going on inside. My little girl attends the Children's World on Arlington Boulevard. You can stop by and tour Children's World on Johns Hopkins Drive. They're accepting applications for students from birth to pre-K. Also, Children's World on Greenville Boulevard, a Child's Place on Moy Drive, as you heard me just say, the new Children's World Learning Center and Academy on Arlington Boulevard. Stop by for a tour. Call today. It's 252-215-9032, 252-215-9032 for Children's World Learning Center and Academy. 17 past the hour. When we come back, news headlines from WITN's Matt Engelbrecht. And don't forget that interview with Zay Jones also coming up later this hour. Stay tuned. All that and more on this Thursday TOT after this.
We're setting prices way back at Greenville Toyota. Camrys, not $20,000, just $16,900. That's Camrys. Fallback price, $16,900. Plus, get our advantage during the Fallback Savings event at Greenville Toyota, where our volume saves you money.
Every wireless provider has towers in the city, but US Cellular put towers in places the other guys didn't. So you can video chat at your secret fishing spot or stream way out here. Because US Cellular thinks you deserve a signal that works wherever you are. US Cellular, a stronger signal in the middle of anywhere.
Visit Real Wireless, your local US Cellular authorized agent in Ahoskie, Williamston, and Windsor for the best deals in wireless and great service on a network that works in the middle of anywhere.
I'm Matthew Sessoms, General Manager at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We're planning on breaking sales records this month because the end of the year means huge savings for you. Our customers are very important to us, and we are striving to be Eastern North Carolina's best in sales and service. Stop in and see us at our Black Friday event. Get 20% off select new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks at the all-new Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and WashingtonChrysler.com.
My son's shot records.
My doctor's appointments.
My lab results.
My parents' care.
My chart.
Vidant My Chart.
Vidant My Chart is the secure online patient portal that lets you manage your health your way. Visit VidantMyChart.com or call 1-855-MY-VIDANT to learn how you can sign up.
That's a tough shot.
You're right. Can't bear to look. This must be what Luke Kuechly feels like when he takes the field.
Man, this is what Kevin must have felt like when he switched that game winner.
Look for limited edition Pepsi Panthers cans and packaging in stores now. Pepsi, official soft drink of the Carolina Panthers.
We're setting prices way back at Greenville Toyota. Camrys, not $20,000, just $16,900. That's Camrys. Fallback price, $16,900. Plus, get our advantage during the Fallback Savings event at Greenville Toyota, where our volume saves you money.
Welcome you back into this Thursday edition of Talk of the Town. Losing track of days a little bit. Josh Graham with you. Trent McGee had to step out. We appreciate Trent McGee being with us. He didn't storm out of the studio, to be clear. He has important things to do, and now I move over into the big chair. Matt Engelbrecht is still here. So, sure. Matt.
Yeah. Yep.
How goes it?
It goes well.
I mean, I think we have a lot more room now. We can stretch out our legs, have a little bit more arm space. I like this.
Doesn't smell as bad
anymore.
It doesn't. Which is a plus. That helps. That's helped my sinuses a little bit.
I like the show this way. Mm-hmm. I think we could have something. The Josh and Matt show.
Okay, now you're being ridiculous.
No.
It's the Matt and Josh show. No.
We actually we'll play Zay Jones in just a little bit. My interview with Zay Jones, the former East Carolina football player. It sounds weird to say that at this point. He said he wants to get involved in communications, and I almost had him sign a contract because of how well spoken he is to not take my job. Any job, just not mine. But he did say we should have kind of like that ESPN show First Take with Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. I know Skip Bayless has since moved on from that, but he said he wants to have the Zay and Jay show.
There you go. See, that has a good rhyme
right.
to it.
Yeah.
Now, see, don't...
Jay and Zay sounds a little better, though.
If he goes to the NFL,
Right.
Isn't it common for some NFL players to have a show like the Monday after, or at least be a reoccurring guest?
Oh, I think like Peter
shows?
King on Sports Illustrated has like the Monday morning quarterback column
Right.
that he writes, and sometimes players write it for him. It's a forum for him. The Players Tribune's another thing that
Right.
guys use. And I guess podcasting. I mean, JJ Redick for
That's true.
the Clippers has his own podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have a lot left to get done here. Let's take a look at our news headlines with WITN chief meteorologist. I can talk today, Matt Engelbrecht.
Yeah, time now. About 8:22 on this Thursday morning. And we start off, a woman was charged with murder and a drug death in Onslow County. One mother here in the East says after months of unanswered questions, a grand jury indictment has finally given her son. Melinda Chalk of Pender County was indicted by a grand jury and taken into custody on Tuesday. She now faces second-degree murder charges in a connection to the death of 21-year-old Matthew Eister of Sneads Ferry. He died of a drug overdose in April. Eister's mother, Cindy Paytain, says the overdose came after her son took a $17 pill that he bought from Chalk. She remains in the Pender County Jail under a $100,000 secured bond. Late last night, we did have a report of a fire. Winterville and Eastern Pines fire departments responded to the fire Wednesday night at a mobile home. The fire started just before 11 p.m. Off David Drive, Highway 43 outside of Greenville. Crews had the fire out before 11:30 p.m. We're waiting further details on damage and if there were any injuries. And finally, a couple of things coming in from J.H. Rose. The student was charged with having a gun on campus. The Greenville police were called to investigate Tuesday after school administrators received a tip. At the time, police were unable to find any evidence of the gun on school property, and they were unable to locate the student alleged to have the gun in his possession. Greenville Police Public Officer Information Officer Kristen Hunter says Wednesday morning officers obtained photographic evidence that places the student on school property with the gun. The student is identified as 17-year-old Dana Johnson Jr. He was arrested Wednesday and charged with having a weapon on educational property. He was booked into the Pitt County Detention Center on a $110,000 secured bond and will have his first appearance this afternoon. Those are our latest news headlines from WI10, WI10.com. Time now. On this Thursday, 8:24. Let's get a check of the weather.
It still always sounds weird for me to do the weather with you sitting here, but it's mid-60s right now, and it's continuing to stay that way throughout the afternoon with partly sunny skies. It will clear up a little bit later on in the afternoon. Tonight, clear skies with lows around 36 degrees. Tomorrow, the high nears 55. It will be sunny, and then with lows around 34 degrees, so close to freezing point. This weekend looking pretty good, though, with highs around 52 degrees. It'll be a little chilly, but partly cloudy Saturday evening with lows around 35 degrees. This weather is brought to you by our friends at the Potash Corp Aurora. Did you know that grocery stores' shelves are filled with products containing phosphate? Pastries, bread, cheese, ice cream, frozen potatoes, toothpaste, and other everyday items are better because of the phosphate or mined or processed at Potash Corp Aurora. When you're cooking, check the labels. You'll quickly see phosphate is an important nutrient to our daily lives. Potash Corp Aurora, helping nature provide. Let's get a break in here. Zay Jones might be the best player who's ever put on an East Carolina uniform. He's someone who's broken a ton of records, sure. FBS's all-time leader in catches, single season, and career. I had a chance to catch up with him, reflect on his career, reflect on his season, and what's coming up for him as he tries to transition from college football to the NFL. Keep it tuned on a Thursday edition of Talk of the Town.
Eastern North Carolina's truck headquarters is
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. We have over 100 new Rams in stock. That's the largest in Eastern North Carolina.
If you're in the market for a new truck, now is the time. It's the Black Friday sales event now through November 30th. Buy now and get 20% off MSRP on select new Ram trucks.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
Every wireless provider has towers in the city, but US Cellular put towers in places the other guys didn't. So you can video chat at your secret fishing spot or stream way out here. Because US Cellular thinks you deserve a signal that works wherever you are. U.S. Cellular, a stronger signal in the middle of anywhere.
Visit Real Wireless, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent in Ahoskie, Williamston, and Windsor for the best deals in wireless and great service on a network that works in the middle of anywhere.
I'm Matthew Sessoms, General Manager at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We're planning on breaking sales records this month because the end of the year means huge savings for you. Our customers are very important to us, and we are striving to be Eastern North Carolina's best in sales and service. Stop in and see us at our Black Friday event. Get 20% off select new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks at the all-new Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and WashingtonChrysler.com.
That's a tough shot. You're right. Can't bear to look. This must be what Luke Kuechly feels like when he takes the field.
Man, this is what Kevin must have felt like when he swished that game winner.
Look for limited edition Pepsi Panthers cans and packaging in stores now. Pepsi, official soft drink of the Carolina Panthers.
My prescription refills.
My son shot records.
My doctor's appointments.
My lab results.
My parents care.
My chart.
Vidant My Chart.
Vidant MyChart is the secure online patient portal that lets you manage your health your way. Visit VidantMyChart.com or call 1-855-MyVidant to learn how you can sign up.
Top Dog Academy is Eastern North Carolina's complete dog training facility. Top Dog provides an excellent environment for dogs of all ages with training services and work week daycare. Top Dog is located on Highway 43 South, just 4 miles from Bells Fork, and features a comfortable, healthy environment and a spacious facility for daycare and a brand new, beautiful facility for training. Call 752-8215 or visit TopDogOnline.com.
Come on out Highway 43 South to Top Dog Academy, where we know dogs.
Welcome back to this Thursday Talk of the Town. Josh Graham with you. So glad you're listening or watching on Cable Channel 7, 103.7 WTIB, and 94.1 WNBU. Here with Matt Engelbrecht, Chief Meteorologist. Can say it right this time. Matt Engelbrecht with WITN. Just gave us our news headlines a couple times this morning. Before we let you go, what's the weekend looking like? I know we talked about weather just a little bit ago. What should we be keeping an eye out on?
Good. Yeah, it looks mid-60s, and I do expect it to get a lot colder next week into next weekend. So we might get mid to upper 60s next Wednesday, but after that, looks like cold air is going to return for December.
How bizarre has this weather we're seeing been?
Not too bad.
With how warm it's been, obviously the storms we've seen a couple weeks ago.
It comes and goes. Yeah, this time of year we transition from, that's why it's fall, transition from summer to winter, and that's where we get some of these really extremes, highs and lows. But we'll start to even out more colder temperatures middle of December.
Are you a cold temperature person?
From Michigan, I can do without the cold. I will deal with the cold. I used to walk to Valpo on campus. It is just like those old timer stories, 15 degrees, up a hill, backwards, no shoes.
Okay, that's where I was going with this. Were you someone, college student, wearing sandals?
Yes, I did wear sandals back in college.
When it was snowing?
There's only one thing. I won't wear sandals if my feet can get wet. As soon as they get wet, that's when I throw them out, or I throw out any kind of sandal weather.
You have a jacket on this morning. What's the temperature where you're like, all right, I got to have a jacket on, since you're from Michigan?
I'll be about 52.
52.
Well, is it Fahrenheit or Celsius? Celsius, like 11.
You're that guy?
I'll say 11.
Okay,
Kelvin?
I know you're
you
want to
do Kelvin? We can do Kelvin.
Are you really
too.
dropping
273,
Celsius?
261,
Is that what we're doing here, though?
262 Kelvin. There you go.
Is that a jerk move?
No, that's
jerk move or not jerk move? Dropping. Are you talking about Fahrenheit or Celsius?
That's first cup of coffee.
Give me a thumbs up in the back. Jerk move for yes. No, that's middle of the line. I guess since you're a meteorologist, we can pass with it. Matt, thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Cheers, man.
Okay, Zay Jones has broken several records at East Carolina, And as we've talked about, he is someone who embodies what you want in a student athlete. I had a chance to catch up with Zay yesterday at length on my afternoon show on our sister station, 94.3 The Game, which you could listen to 5 to 7 every night. And this is just a snippet of it. If you want to hear the entire thing, subscribe to our iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play pages. You can listen to our podcast, and you can listen to this interview back on our 94.3 The Game page. This is how that interview sounded with Zay yesterday, catching up with the former East Carolina football star. Your dad obviously played in the NFL, won 3 Super Bowls with the Cowboys. His name's in the stadium that you play at Dowdy Ficklen Stadium. When did you first know that your dad was that good at football?
From an early age, I told people that I thought it was normal everyone's dad played in the NFL. That's really, I would go around asking kids, like, who does your dad play for? Because that's what was normal to me, Caleb, Levi, and my little sisters. Your dad plays in the NFL. Everyone's dad plays in the NFL. So, you had to ask the other kids what team their dad played on, what position, and that was completely normal to us. Your Uncle Jeff played too. Yeah, and then, it was football family. My dad played against my uncle, Washington and New Orleans. It was just so normal to us. That was our lifestyle, and it wasn't when I knew that he was good. It was when I figured out that not everyone's dad plays NFL. It's not this normal. Is there a moment where that stands out, where someone was like, my dad doesn't play in the league? It wasn't any particular moment, but as I got older, I could see, okay, playing in the NFL is rare. Not many people get to do this, so what my dad did is pretty cool. Ruffin McNeil was with us last week, and he got a little emotional talking about you and Justin Hardy, what you guys have accomplished, because of how overlooked you guys were in a lot of ways. I wonder, when did you feel the most doubted? It would be going into my senior year, that transition from junior to senior year. I did a lot of camps. My parents endlessly signed me up for camps, drove me places. Houston, Dallas, let's go visit this team, this school. They did all that stuff for me. I'm so grateful for them. But nothing really seemed to happen. I had some teams be like, oh yeah, great player. We'll give you a call, and then there would be nothing. Fill out a questionnaire, send it in, and then we'll see what happens, and then nothing. My dad would call a coach and be like, yeah, Robert, Isaiah can play, but there's kids in this area that can do the same thing that he can do, so we're going to go with the in-state kids. And just all those little things that built up over time. So that's definitely the moment where I felt as though I was doubted the most, probably. You still haven't forgotten that? I haven't. No, you don't forget stuff like that. It just stays with you. You just got to remember, where you come from, where you start. Just like you didn't start right away with having your own radio and all that type of stuff. So it's a process of building up, and you just remember where you began, and you just keep going, just keep thriving off of that, and using that as fuel and motivation. We kind of met at the start for both of us in a lot of ways, but what's funny is I remember vividly a month before the season opener against Old Dominion your freshman year, it was me or someone else who asked Coach Ruffin McNeil about you and Davon Grayson. Are you going to redshirt these guys? Because we see they're freshmen, we see they've been practicing and scrimmaging, and Coach Ruff said, if they want to wear a red shirt, they can wear it to class. When did you first know you could compete at this level? So it's funny you asked that. I came into camp my freshman year 4th on the depth chart behind quite a few people at the time, Danny Webster, Cedric Thompson, and then Quate Smyers and some other people. So I was really far down the depth chart. I remember giving my dad a call and saying, Dad, I don't know if I'm going to play this year. I think I might just redshirt. And he was like, well, don't think that way. Just keep working. Just keep grinding it out. And when the season gets here, you and the coaches can make a decision. But for now, just keep your nose down and keep working. So I was like, all right. I took his advice. I just keep working. And before you knew it, in the first game, I was second string, rotating in and having some plays. And then by the 4th game, I believe, 4th or 5th game. We had some unfortunate events with one of our players who was released from the team, and then Coach Kirkpatrick came to me and said, "Are you ready to play? Because we're going to start you this week." And that moment, I was like, I can do this. It was the Tulane game. I remember so vividly. It was I can play at this level. So it was the Tulane game of my freshman year where I was like, I can play at this level and I can do it.
It's funny you should mention that game. A lot of the records you broke came from that game. The ones you broke now, Justin Hardy set in that game with catches, and Davon got hurt in that game, and you lost to Tulane. So it's funny, a lot of things really centered around that your freshman year. But I think what you're going to be remembered a lot for, Zay, is not just being excellent at playing at wide receiver, or the inside receiver, playing all the receiver slots, and doing it for 4 years. Is that what you think your legacy is going to be, or do you not try to think about that?
No, I definitely reflect on it now that season's over, and I think it will be a part of the legacy that I will leave behind. I would say that's one of my greatest attributes is the versatility that I have, away from the hands that I have, but being able to be flexible. Wherever your coaches need you and wherever they can put you in, you got to be a guy who's smart and who can play the different positions and move around in the offense and be that tool where the coach is, okay, this player went down, let's move Zay there because he'll fit and we won't skip a beat. So I feel like that's one of the things that I'll be able to leave behind.
In your playing career, it's featured so many highs but also lows as well. Yeah. When did the frustration level reach its peak? Anytime
you lose a game is frustrating because you prepare so hard throughout the week. People, outside people watching would probably just say, man, it's not that hard, just get it done, but wins are really hard to come by. Coach Peterson had a quote that most games are lost than won because it's difficult to win games. Sometimes you lose the game by, not executing, doing the right things, but, it's frustrating to have a disappointing season. It's frustrating not to be eligible for a bowl. Like we all understand that. We understand the hurt and pain because Pirate Nation has, fanatic fans that love their team and support the team and want to see them go far. So we understand the frustration level, but I truly believe that this coaching staff is going to get it done.
Zay Jones is with us on 94.3 The Game. This is Game Time. Zay, it's former ECU receiver. It still sounds weird to say that at the moment. Has it set in for you?
Not really. It was weird. The guys just had a meeting, a new team meeting with the next team coming up, and I wasn't a part of it, and it was really weird for me. I almost felt out of place. I haven't been back in the locker room since the last game. I just wanted to take time away from it all. It's been crazy because I was a part of something for so long, and it was such a routine of doing these things. And after your freshman season, you get ready and you have your sophomore season. After your sophomore season, you get ready and you're back in it for your junior season. But, and it goes on, and then you play your last game, and it's like, wow, that's really it. Like, it's over. So it's been different.
Zay, you're going to go on the road next week with Jeff Comfort, the director of athletics, and your parents, Robert and Manisha Jones, who we've had the chance to catch up with a good bit. You're up for a ton of awards. The Bolitnikoff is the most prestigious of which, awarded to the best receiver in college football. You're one of the finalists, one of the last 3. It reminds me a lot, though, of the same situation your father was in, where he was up for the Butkus Award. We've talked to him about this. He still remembers Eric Anderson winning it.
Yeah.
Him feeling he was more deserving, and that a prejudice existed with East Carolina. But he even went as far to say that he remembered how many games Eric Anderson played, 12, and him having the career he had.
Exactly.
Has he said anything to you to at least prepare you for what you're about to go into?
He has. And we talked about this scenario too. He just wants me to understand that these awards and things like that won't define me. It's great to have them. You've accomplished it. That's awesome. But don't let a trophy, whether you win or lose, let it define you. You win it, and then some people get complacent, and then you lose it, and some people get really down that they didn't. So he's really prepared me for it. I'm excited for the opportunity. Like I said, though, whatever happens, happens. I feel as though I've been put in a great position by my coaches and teammates where it should go to ECU and it should go to me for this university. But at the end of the day, I don't make that decision. The the fans and the committees make the decisions, so it's ultimately on them.
Which honor would mean the most to you? Because the Campbell is awarded to the best scholar athlete, you the Biletnikoff best receiver. There's a chance you could be first team All-American and join your dad, and your name would go up into the Audi Ficklin Stadium. What would mean the most to you?
I don't know. That's difficult. They're all so prestigious and all they all carry a lot of weight, and they mean a lot. So I'm just grateful to be among the ranks of the players that have also been awarded finalists for it. Really grateful for that opportunity. But I can say winning the Biletnikoff would mean a great deal for me.
Going to New York. Have you ever been to New York?
I've been to New York once, but I was younger. I was about maybe 9 or 10. So.
What do you want to check off the bucket list? Or what do you want to do? What's the checklist look like? If you want to go to New York, what do you got to get done?
I got to sightsee and shop. I don't know how time, but I got to sightsee and shop. And that's one of the things. I would definitely not go to the Empire State. I am terrified of heights.
I didn't go up on the...
I am terrified of heights. I don't want to go all the way up there, so I probably won't do that.
What other things scare you? What are some of your other fears? Because I was with you. I didn't go up on the Empire State Building with my family, but you won't believe this, Jay. As scared of heights as I am, I skydived a couple years ago in Dallas.
No, I'm not going to skydive either. I'm not jumping out of a plane. I was in the Empire State Building with my mom and dad. We were going up, and I just saw the elevator floors. I was like, I don't know if I can do this, so I stopped. I was like, no, I'm not going up there. But I definitely want to be able to just enjoy the time that I have, this traveling experience to go out and do something new and to represent my school on a national stage.
Last thing for you, what advice have you gotten about this next stage where you potentially have to hire an agent and you have to get ready for the draft process, the circuit and all that, the Senior Bowl, everything?
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people, players already in the league, of course my brother, and then some of our friends who are already playing in the NFL. So, I've talked to a lot of people. I've gotten a lot of advice, and a lot of things that they said is, you choose someone that you feel comfortable with as far as agency goes, someone that you can trust, and because ultimately, the agent that you pick doesn't get you drafted. That's someone just to help you along the way, and someone that you can feel comfortable with. I've taken a lot of advice from my dad because of course that's my dad, and he's played in the league for such a long time, and he's done it, and he knows the ropes. So I've taken bits and pieces of advice from a lot of people.
Justin Hardy said the first thing he did when he got an NFL contract was he went and got a big plate of food. Have you thought what the first thing you're going to do when you sign an NFL contract would be?
Probably take myself off my dad's phone bill. I know he's tired of paying for my phone. I'm happy he has for the past 4 years, but I'm definitely going to take myself off my dad's phone bill.
Are you going over on your data, Zay?
Probably, yeah, with Snapchat and stuff. So.
All right, fair enough. Well, Zay, we appreciate the time. Good luck next week, and thank you for all you've done for East Carolina.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
That's it. Former East Carolina receiver Zay Jones. First thing you're going to do when you sign an NFL contract, take yourself off your dad's phone bill. How fantastic is that? Also scared of heights. I don't know. Let's go across the room in the back. Michael Buscemi, Thomas, are you guys scared of heights?
No.
Have you ever skydived?
No, I would like to though.
It's amazing.
I bet it is.
I am terrified of heights, and for some reason, my brother, he convinced me, hey, we're in Dallas, let's go skydiving. And I thought this was a ridiculous idea. Still, for some reason, did it. And I paid the extra $100 to have someone video it, jump in video throughout the process.
Right.
And you see me going up, and my face is just freezing up like, oh, my God, we're going up higher and higher. And my brother, it was a tandem jump deal. He looked over at me, and he knew how nervous I was. Every 1,000 feet, he would remind me. He'd say, hey, Josh, we're at 1,000 feet, 2,000, 3,000, all the way up to 13,000
Oh, you
feet.
jumped out at 13?
Yeah.
Yikes.
And then I jumped out. Oh, actually, I didn't jump out. That's
You
the
got
other
pushed
misconception.
Yeah.
Where you see the movies, you see the cool people jumping out of the plane. That's not how it's done. Where you tip your feet out and then you rock out of the plane. So that's a lot worse. It's a lot worse if you're scared of heights, where you tip your feet off the plane and you realize one, your feet's not touching the ground, and two, and more importantly, you can't see the ground.
That's true.
So then you...
How much tumbling do you do before you start to straight up? Or do you keep tumbling until you pull your chute?
See, well, I had the guy on my back who pulled the chute, and there's no tumbling because you're just kind of straight falling.
Okay.
And I also had like a retainer. I didn't think about this, where it almost flew out, and your mouth is like, your cheeks are like flying back because it's so fast.
Right.
And there's a distinction to be made. I would encourage anybody to go skydiving. The worst part is when you first tip out, of the plane, you feel like you're falling, and it's your worst nightmare. It's that feeling like when you're on the roller coaster and you're going down. But then after that split second, there's a distinction between falling and flying, and you feel that, and it's great. It's like a minute of you free falling, and it's an incredible experience. So, Thomas, scared of flying, or not flying, but heights?
No, I'm not scared of heights either.
Okay, Zay Jones is.
Have you ever done those water slides that basically it's vertical and you drop straight down? And there's one of those in Florida that you get into a capsule and they just drop the floor underneath you.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah. They've got this big red button and the floor drops underneath you and you shoot straight down.
Oh, that sounds miserable. Oh, well, Zay's scared of heights, but I mean, that guy, as we heard, he's done his fair share of things, and he's just an incredible kid. And I'm going to miss him, not just because of what he did for the Pirates on the field, but just what he represented and what he kind of embodied as a student athlete. And I wish all student athletes were like him. So appreciate him joining us. That was great to catch up with the former East Carolina receiver on our sister station 94.3 The Game. Let's get a timeout in here. When we return from the break, we'll close things up on a Thursday edition of Talk of the Town. I got a list of movies here. Are these Christmas movies or are they not Christmas movies? Heck, we'll take phone calls too. What's the number, Michael? I don't even have it written down. 561-8255. Call us. 561-8255. Give us your favorite non-traditional Christmas movie. I have a couple here. We'll get to that next on Talk of the Town.
We're setting prices way back at Greenville Toyota. Camrys, not $20,000, just $16,900. That's Camrys. Fallback price, $16,900. Plus, get our advantage during the Fallback Savings event at Greenville Toyota, where our volume saves you money.
My prescription refills.
My son shot records.
My doctor's appointments.
My lab results.
My parents care.
My chart.
Vidant My Chart.
Vidant MyChart is the secure online patient portal that lets you manage your health your way. Visit VidantMyChart.com or call 1-855-MyVidant to learn how you can sign up.
That's a tough shot. You're right. Can't bear to look. This must be what Luke Kuechly feels like when he takes the field.
Man, this is what Kevin must have felt like when he swished that game winner.
Look for limited edition Pepsi Panthers cans and packaging in stores now. Pepsi, official soft drink of the Carolina Panthers.
I'm Matthew Sessoms, General Manager at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We're planning on breaking sales records this month because the end of the year means huge savings for you. Our customers are very important to us, and we are striving to be Eastern North Carolina's best in sales and service. Stop in and see us at our Black Friday event. Get 20% off select new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks at the all-new Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and WashingtonChrysler.com.
Every wireless provider has towers in the city, but US Cellular put towers in places the other guys didn't. so you can video chat at your secret fishing spot or stream way out here. Because U.S. Cellular thinks you deserve a signal that works wherever you are. U.S. Cellular, a stronger signal in the middle of anywhere.
Visit Real Wireless, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent in Ahoskie, Williamston, and Windsor for the best deals in wireless and great service on a network that works in the middle of anywhere.
We're setting prices way back at Greenville Toyota. Camrys, not $20,000, just $16,900. That's Camrys, fallback price $16,900. Plus, get our advantage during the fallback savings event at Greenville Toyota, where our volume saves you money.
Welcome back. Closing up shop on a Thursday edition of Talk of the Town. However, and wherever you are watching or listening, so glad you're along with us and hope you are having a great start to your Thursday morning, whether you're listening on 103.7 WTIB, 94.1 WNBU, or watching on Cable Channel 7. So glad you're along with us. Trent McGee was here, but he's gosh darn left me. And here I am. My name's Josh Graham. I host the afternoon show. I'm the sports director at Interbanks Media, hosting the afternoon show on 94.3 The Game. Our thanks to Matt Engelbrecht for coming in as well, and for Zay Jones. We listened to our interview with him earlier on in this hour. So last hour, I brought up the fact that I thought Die Hard was a Christmas movie. It's December the 1st, and it's time to start watching Christmas movies, listening to the Christmas music. We also found out that even though I said that Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You is the best modern Christmas song and maybe the most popular Christmas song going right now, that song came out in 1994, 22 years ago. So Die Hard, I'm flipping back to saying that's not a Christmas movie. Do we have agreement from Mike, Mark, and Thomas?
Sure, I think it's not.
Not a Christmas movie?
No.
Okay, I got some other ones here. East Carolina, formerly of East Carolina, Sandra Bullock, and While You Were Sleeping.
I didn't see that one.
You never seen that one?
No.
Thomas hasn't seen it. Mark has. No, Mark hasn't seen it either.
It's a chick flick.
Okay, well, yeah, hey, I like chick flicks. So we're
going to revoke your man card, too.
We've already had it revoked. If you don't have it already, you can't have it revoked again, Mike.
That's true.
So I think it's a Christmas movie. It's the one where Sandra Bullock sees a gentleman fall into and like almost get ran over by a train, and she saved him, and then was still at this guy's side in the hospital while he was in a coma, and his family thinks that she is his girlfriend. It's a great movie.
Well, I think my wife saw that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. You should go see it, Michael. I think it's a Christmas movie. You've Got Mail, Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
I missed that one, too.
Wow. I think it's a Christmas movie. How about Edward Scissorhands?
I definitely missed that one.
Thomas has seen that.
No, I haven't.
Thomas, are you saying that's a Christmas movie?
I don't classically associate with Christmas.
But it's like around Christmas time.
Okay, well, if you're going to talk Tim Burton Christmas, it's obviously going to be Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's in the name. Mark, have you seen Edward Scissorhands? So we go in that Christmas movie or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, he thinks it's a Christmas movie. I'm not sure.
He said sure.
Here's the last one I have here. Batman Returns. It's the one where the Penguin, it's around Christmas time. Danny DeVito's the Penguin.
Yes, I don't think that one's one.
I don't know about this one. I'm indifferent on that one. It could be one or the other. So you just got to figure it out. You know, Die Hard or some of these other movies, it's not traditional, but some people think these are Christmas movies.
Okay, statistically, 1/4 of movies can take place in the winter or December, Christmas time.
But like around Christmas.
Okay, 1/12 December, but that doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
Okay, here's one. Star Wars Rogue One. Is that a Christmas movie? It's coming out the 14th.
Oh my gosh, it's coming out the 14th.
Yeah, the 14th.
Break it up, good points. We'll have to decide. I'll be back on tomorrow's Talk of the Town. Trent McGee will be with us as well. I think we're going to have Bianca Schoeman come in to talk about what's going on in Greenville. That's kind of the purpose of this show, Talk of the Town. Our thanks to Trent and Matt Engelbrecht for being here with us, and also Michael Buscemi and Thomas back there, and Mark Rizzo, everyone who makes this show possible. We'll see you tomorrow again to do it again, 7 to 9. This has been Talk of the Town.
Eastern North Carolina's truck headquarters is
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. We have over 100 new Rams in stock. That's the largest in Eastern North Carolina.
If you're in the market for a new truck, now is the time. It's the Black Friday sales event now through November 30th. Buy now and get 20% off MSRP on select new Ram trucks.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
That's a tough shot. You're right. Can't bear to look. This must be what Luke Kuechly feels like when he takes the field.
Man, this is what Kevin must have felt like when he swished that game winner.
Look for limited edition Pepsi Panthers cans and packaging in stores now. Pepsi, official soft drink of the Carolina Panthers.
Every wireless provider has towers in the city, but US Cellular put towers in places the other guys didn't. So you can video chat at your secret fishing spot or stream way out here. Because US Cellular thinks you deserve a signal that works wherever you are. US Cellular, a stronger signal in the middle of anywhere.
Visit Real Wireless, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent in Ahoskie, Williamston, and Windsor for the best deals in wireless and great service on a network that works in the middle of anywhere.
Top Dog Academy is Eastern North Carolina's complete dog training facility. Top Dog provides an excellent environment for dogs of all ages with training services and workweek daycare. Top Dog is located on Highway 43 South, just 4 miles from Bells Fork, and features a comfortable, healthy environment and a spacious facility for daycare and a brand new, beautiful facility for training. Call 752-8215 or visit topdogonline.com.
Come on out Highway 43 South to Top Dog Academy, where we know dogs.
My prescription refills.
My son's shot records.
My doctor's appointments.
My lab results.
My parents' care.
My chart.
Vidant My Chart.
Vidant MyChart is the secure online patient portal that lets you manage your health your way. Visit VidantMyChart.com or call 1-855-MyVidant to learn how you can sign up.
Hometown station.